With spring break around the corner, Josh was feeling a little insecure with his body. So Josh hit up the gym in a last-minute attempt to get swole for the ladies. Josh was attempting one pull-up, and while doing so, he injured his back.
Ow!
Luckily for Josh, fitness expert Anthony Hernandez was on the scene. Josh was screaming in pain, and Anthony liked it.
Take me to the hospital,
Josh said. So they hopped in the Prius and made their way directly to the hospital. Once arriving, Josh was rushed immediately into the office of the notorious Dr. Mitch, MD, who is well known for overprescribing medication to his patients. Due to Josh's relatively low IQ, he accepted the medication with great pleasure. Thinking this would cure him of his overwhelming back pain, Josh shakes Dr. Mitch's hand and departs from his office. On his way out, gullible Josh was about to take his medication when Anthony suddenly slapped the pills forcefully from his hand. With a stern voice, Anthony proclaimed,
OMG, Josh, you're probably so excited. Let me take you to my chiropractor.
With great haste, they continued their adventure in the all-reliable Prius, in hopes of finally finding a resolution to their problems. Arriving at Joints of Von Luschka Chiropractic, they were seen immediately. Dr. Tran, D.C., and his assistant, Mr. Baek, C.A., were eager to determine his cause of disease. Anthony quickly informed the dynamic duo of Josh's accident. Being aware of this type of injury, Dr. Tran began palpating, using his patented spinous space spinous technique. Immediately, he found this fixation to be derived from the C6 vertebra, with a listing of PLS. Using Gonstead-seated cervicals, Dr. Tran provided an adjustic thrust, while screaming his mantra, YOLO! To Josh's surprise, his back pain immediately subsided, bringing tears to his beautiful Asian eyes. Not fully understanding what just happened, Dr. Tran and Mr. Baek began to explain the philosophy of chiropractic to bring clarity to Josh's ignorance.
You see, there is something called universal intelligence. Universal intelligence is in everything and gives to everything all it needs for that matter to be in existence. But there needs to be something that binds this intelligence to matter. This something that binds intelligence to matter is force. In the world of chiropractic, life is basically the unity of intelligence, force, and matter.
In order to have 100% life, intelligence, force, and matter must all be 100%. Intelligence is perfect, so it's always 100%. However, intelligence is proportional to the matter's requirements. For example, a chicken requires a different amount of intelligence compared to us as humans. Because this perfect intelligence creates force, the force is also always 100%. This force unites the intelligence with matter. Therefore, matter's sole purpose is to express this force. However, this force is bound by the physical laws of the universe, and there could be an interference that prevents an optimal transmission of the force. Like I said earlier, universal intelligence is in all things and gives force to all things, both living and non-living. Within non-living things, this force is evident by motion in the matter. The atomic particles in everything are constantly in motion, proving that even non-living things have intelligence.
On the other hand, amongst living things, it's easy to see evidence of intelligence. Every living thing has an innate intelligence, which is inborn. The purpose of this innate intelligence is to maintain the organization of the body. In the same way that universal intelligence is always 100%, so too is innate intelligence always 100% and proportional to the needs of the matter. However, the innate intelligence within every living thing adapts the universal forces into something useful for the body. In other words, universal forces are destructive and innate forces are constructive. Therefore, innate forces never do harm.
Remember when I said, in order to have 100% life, intelligence, force, and matter must all be 100%? Well, if intelligence and force are always 100%, it must be matter that is not always 100%. In fact, matter has limitations. The body can only adapt itself for so long before something goes wrong. It's not innate's fault, because innate intelligence is adapting universal forces and matter, but is doing so while bound by physical laws. It's these physical laws that cause these limitations.
So my wonderful CA explained that intelligence causes force and that there could be an interference that prevents an optimal transmission of the forces to matter. Well, in the body, it is the nervous system that conducts the innate forces. Whenever there is an interference within the nervous system, the body is not able to adapt properly because the body is not receiving all that innate intelligence wants it to. This interference is what we call subluxation, and it is the subluxation which is the cause of dis-ease, or incoordination of the body. This subluxation prevents the body from being harmonious and coordinated. Your body has the power to heal itself. You don't need meds and all that junk. If your body was working harmoniously, you would have 100% life. It is my goal and my job to find and remove subluxations so that you could have 100% life. Interference within the nervous system occur from misalignments of the vertebral column. In your case, your C6 was fixated, so I adjusted and turned the power on. Your body was then able to become harmonious, allowing for your pain to go away and your body to function optimally.